Hello there, and welcome to CTT Loves Movies and Alternative Oscars, when we go year by year and find out my picks of who should have won the Academy Award. This is 1977, and let's begin with the first category, Supporting Actress.
Possession is 9/10 of the law.
What's the other 10th?
Shut up.
Is that the last 10th?
7 months. I've been living with a man. Well, actually 2 men. One in Chicago and one in New York. The real problem is that I'm pregnant. I don't even know if it was Chicago or New York.
Okay, not nominated, but very deserving was Donna Pescow from Saturday Night Fever. So who was my choice for Best Supporting Actress that year in 1977? Vanessa Redgrave, who was the winner. So on this occasion, I agree with the Academy. Next category, Best Supporting Actor. The nominees were...
I know that, Lily. Fame, Lily. Just a paint job. If you want a sable coat, buy one.
Friend,
How'd you like to take me out tonight? Well, what you say?
To Moscow by way of Vienna.
Yes.
We would like to change your travel plans. We would like you to travel by way of Berlin.
Obi-Wan. Now that's a name I've not heard in a long time.
You know him?
Well, of course I know him. He's me.
The winner was Jason Robards, but my pick would have been Peter Firth in the film Equus, a movie that I didn't even like. I found it too pretentious. But Peter Firth gave his all. He really opened up in this role, and it should have been his. Best Actress. The nominees were...
I mean, you say it, you play well, and then right away, I have to say you play well. Oh, God, Annie. Well, oh, well. La-di-da, la-di-da, la.
For trying to blame me for what you did. Dee Dee, the choice was yours. It's much too late to regret it now. Same to you, Emma, you darling. I don't regret mine. Then why are you trying to become a mother at your age?
He sublet our apartment?
He notified me last night. It was his name on the lease, and he can do what he wants to. You just make sure you leave it like you found it.
Well, I'm not leaving it. I cleaned it and painted it and decorated it. It's mine.
Lee, you've been famous a long time, Dash, and it never seems to bother you.
Oh, this is a dopey conversation.
Okay, I feel that Marsha Mason should not have been nominated. I think the 5th nominee should have been Kathleen Quinlan, who gave a harrowing performance as a woman battling mental illness in the film I Never Promised You a Rose Garden. Okay, so who was my choice? Diane Keaton. But not for Annie Hall, but for another movie.
You know that? You are really something. How did you manage it? Jesus, you're practically one of the family. Apple of my father's eye, buddies, my mother's son she never had.
I wanted to help.
Why?
Diane Keaton was funny in Annie Hall, very irresistible, but she gave a harrowing performance and was even more impressive in Looking for Mr. Goodbar, playing a woman that was leading a double life, schoolteacher by day and barfly by night, leading to a tragic end, based on a true life event. And now, Best Actor. The nominees were...
I'm sick. We just washed the hair. You know, I work on my hair a long time, and you hit it. He hits my hair.
Just let me say it out loud, all right? I mean, I don't really believe this myself. Number one, I have a job off Broadway, but I have no place to sleep tonight. Number two, you don't have any money, but you've got my apartment.
I go on about my wife. If you thought about the husband, the finicky, critical husband with his art books on mythical Greece,
What worship has he ever
There's a
known?
spider in the bathroom.
What?
There's a big black spider in the bathroom.
That's what you got me here for at 3 o'clock in the morning, because there's a spider in the bathroom?
Oh, my God.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Anche indietro. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Hai visto com'è semplice? Mi dia la mano.
No, perché, scusa?
Facile, ci sono i numeri, coraggio. Col sinistro. 1.
Now, Richard Dreyfuss was so natural in The Goodbye Girl, he deserved the award. But I almost leaned towards John Travolta in Saturday Night Fever. He carried that film. But in the end, my choice was somebody else, Richard Burton.
Passion. Passion, you see, can be destroyed by a doctor.
And I'll repeat, I didn't like the movie Equus, but Richard Burton, in saying these pretentious lines, managed to carry it through, and a little bit heartbreaking too. It's also sad that Richard Burton had been nominated 7 times and had never won, not even a Lifetime Achievement Award. All right, let's move on. And now, the big one, Best Picture of the Year. The nominees were...
A relationship, I think, is like a shark. You know, it has to constantly move forward or it dies. And I think what we got on our hands is a dead shark.
Be glad for me, Mama.
I thought it would make you happy if your daughter could become what you wanted to be and never could be.
Despair.
Amelia, I love you.
Not my daughter! You keep your hands off my daughter!
An extraordinary view of a world so glamorous, so exciting, so demanding, but only...
20th Century Fox and George Lucas bring you an adventure unlike anything on your planet.
Finally, there's some real hope in the world. Do you understand? Yes, of course.
Today, they must face the harsh realities of life.
Miss Julia has asked me to see you.
Elliot Garfield researched Richard III and discovered him to be England's first badly dressed interior decorator. Tasty writing.
Shout out to the movies that were not nominated, A Bridge Too Far, and Ridley Scott's first directorial debut, The Duelist. Okay, now Annie Hall was the big winner that night, but my choice was something else. What can I say about Star Wars that hasn't already been said? A space fantasy unlike any other. This is a movie that I really have a hard time comparing to any other film before it. They really went all out. It's epic, and the special effects at the time were amazing. They kind of still hold up, even today, so many years later. And George Lucas stuck to his guns. He gave us a sense of fun, a sense of thrill, where it's good to be a child again, even for adults. Star Wars still holds up today. The original trilogy, better than all that followed. It was the #1 box office film of all time in its day. And despite the simplicity that we see before us, it gave us heroes and villains that were really fleshed out. It developed into a trilogy that really held its own. Star Wars is unique. George Lucas had raised the stakes for filmmakers everywhere, and blockbuster films would never be the same. Okay, tell me what you think. Do you agree or disagree? Send me your likes, comment below, or better yet, subscribe. This is CTT Loves Movies.